Okay, so forgive me. I'm outside the hotel right now. I was going to wait to say this on the podcast, but I forgot to say it when we recorded the episode yesterday and everything. But FBG Butta, clearly this dude is out of his mind. Or at least is such a clout chaser that he's doing multiple interviews claiming that he got all this money off of Nojumper, that he scammed us for money. On my mom, on my kids. He got us for $0. And he's now doing multiple interviews claiming that he got us for some money. And it is 100% not true. So I just wanted to get that out there. And I'm going to continue this in 1 second. I have watched some of his interviews before, and the kid is definitely funny and entertaining, right? But he's also clearly a drug addict. And he pretty much admits to that. He drinks like crazy in the interviews. He's talking all about popping Zans and everything like that. So it's definitely a possibility that he doesn't even realize that he's lying about scamming us because he's so fucked up that he's just not even aware. But that being said, I've watched his interviews when he's denying being a snitch. And I've thought to myself, he doesn't seem like he's lying. But then seeing clips of him talking about how he scammed us, I'm like, well, he doesn't seem like he's lying there either. So I think the odds of him actually being a snitch in this whole duck case and everything, to me, are very, very high. Because this kid is clearly some kind of sociopathic fucking liar and a drug addict, possibly zesty. That's still up for debate. And this is the other thing I wanted to say too, is that I actually had a long phone call with FBG Butta a couple weeks ago before he was supposed to do the interview. And he was all texting me and making sure I got on the phone with him and shit. So I call this dude. I'm talking to him. And he tells me, I'm expecting him to say some shit about the Wooski thing and oh, bro, you disrespected Wooski or whatever. I already knew what I was going to say to be able to talk to him about that, right? He didn't want to talk about that. All he was doing was just apologizing and swearing up and down that he was an honest person and basically just telling me that even though he had missed our initial interview date, that he was going to make it up to me and that he was going to actually come to town and that he wanted to make sure that he got it done and how he would never scam anybody. And now he's doing a series of interviews where he's lying and claiming to have scammed us. Who scams by lying about scamming? I'm just saying, this kid, you can't believe anything he says. Anyway, we got a new nickname. FBG Butthead. I don't know if anybody ever said that before. I think it's pretty good. You should probably Google it and see, but I'm not gonna. I'm gonna just stick it out there. FBG Butthead, because I've never seen such bozo activity in my entire history of interviewing rappers. And trust me, I've interviewed all kinds of retards. So, FBG Butthead, you take the cake. If there was an Olympics, you would be the greatest Olympian in the fucking retard Olympics ever. I need to go to bed. Fuck you. We out. Okay, also, I can't believe I'm going to do this, but just because I know somebody's going to try to twist my words, I'm not saying that everybody I've ever interviewed is a dummy. I'm just saying a lot of dum-dums have slipped through the cracks over the years. So I've definitely dealt with a lot of very shady characters, people who are possibly well below Forrest Gump on the IQ test. But I just got to give it to FBG Butthead. He takes the cake. He's the cream of the crop. If you're looking for somebody who's just an absolute fucking butthead, he's your guy.
Yo, y'all know what the fuck it is, what the fuck it ain't. I don't know what's going on with ADAM22. He he got a hit list of Chicago people he want to scratch off the list. First he came for Wooski, Mama Duck. He just doing everything he can to show he tough. And I honestly think what's going on right now, and it ain't just a Chicago versus the world thing, but I believe that a lot of people look at Chicago for years is all them dudes think they tough. They look at Sosa, look at all the people that's coming from that scene. So when people got an opportunity to beef with a Chicago dude, they take it all the way up because they want to show Chicago ain't about that and Chicago ain't with it. It's been times Chicago people has got, and that's true. I want to be a dude from Chicago to say it's everybody from here ain't tough. It's a lot of killers from here, bro, but that's everywhere. And I just want to speak for Chicago people when I say everybody from here, honestly, really, is not killers. Just keep it real with you. Everybody not killers. And I think a lot of people notice that when they just see and I'm just saying when Chief Q Chain incident, Lil J being gay, It's rare that a lot of King Vons are walking around the city. That's not what's going on. But ADAM22, the way he talked about Wooski being slow, it seems like I don't know what he on with the rack, man. Hey Adam, what you on with us, folk? You know what I mean? You was cool at one point, then you started getting weird and just all this different shit. Honestly, I believe what he's doing right now is everything for Clout. He talking about Butta doing something for Clout, regardless of him defending himself. I'm not talking about this instance, but just the whole, clicking up with the GDs thing and it's just weird, bro. It's just real weird. I hate when people pick sides. Try to stay unbiased, man. But in this situation, he not wrong because Butta did say he was stealing. He stole from ADAM22, ran off with a bag. So ADAM22 got to defend himself. He got to defend Nojumper. He ain't did nothing wrong. Get in the comment section and let me know what y'all think below. I still don't condone this goofy behavior. As like bloggers, as people with platforms, as interviewers, I don't conduct publicly going back and forth with people you could potentially work with or work with some of their people. I don't believe in that. Keep everything in the DMs, keep it discreet. It's like shit. YouTube ain't the streets, but if you come from that area, you know how to move. I guess Adam don't. I'm gone.